to see a brown-eyed girl who changed my world for good. I wanna go, just to see her smile again. I wanna go, just to see her smile again. Just to see her smile again. Just to see her smile again. Thank you.
That was magnificent. One more round of applause, y'all.
Like he took these words and this rhythm, and you know, iambic pentameter is a beast. But when you can put some really solid content to it,
Yeah.
it's a monster. And I was like, he came up so unassuming, and I didn't know what to expect, and then he just rocked it. So I don't want to say too much because, you know, I'm gassing him up. But
Let's go.
yeah, right. Like, let's get it. But I want you guys to give it up for Alex White.
And if you're talking to me, you'll be asked to wait when I'm finding my rhythm and I'm creating. It isn't too often the words match the cadence, the rhymes coincide with the purpose they came with. I think of all the poems that if I had stayed with could have become classics, instead the ink is faded. Or I thought of them as practice, that means I didn't save it. Or I may even have trashed it, it wasn't the greatest. I said, let me choose new words to play with. I'm not sure about a cure for the day shift I'm plagued with. My eyes blurred, but to earn is to vanquish hunger, and under this arrangement I stay fed. Even with just a fraction, once the state and fed gets their piece of the action, say thanks instead of having a bad reaction. See, me and my lunchbox punch clocks until the bucks stop, working hard even if it's unpop, from sunrise to sun drop. And after back breaking I sped, then to the venue, awaken my head, discussing truths we've been through, breaking the bread with friends who compliment you, making you better. Friends who comprehend you, you can share your shred of humanity. That's why I painstakingly love labor. The rain's taking me upriver. I have poetry gratefully, keeping my head above water, no thanks to these anchors disguised as lifesavers. What happened to our neighbors, the keepers of our brother? Even as I utter, I'm breathing in and out of a heathen's mouth. But I'm relieved to jot down some of these thoughts now, otherwise locked down, they compound and run round, causing chaos. A seance couldn't quiet the hungry ghosts. So I stay among the most enlightened minds, and when I'm losing hold, I write sometimes. This is a toast to the tender-hearted kind, who will hear you bare your soul and pay you back in kind. That's why you'll always find me where these words heal wounds, in these concrete cracks and side streets where countless artists grew, until one day finally the world will hear them too. My ruckus thoughts traipse across the trodden terrains in my mind. Make way for a brainwave raid. I shudder, it shakes my spine. I mutter in bank lines. This clutter, it ain't mine. I wonder, how sane am I? My ruckus thoughts traipse in through the open gates, the holes in my face, and then evaporate. And I acclimate to the acid taste. And I'm fascinated by the mass sedation. My ruckus thoughts traipse and trample, turning my Eden into a landfill, bringing my breathing to a standstill, my heart to a heaving anvil. My ruckus thoughts are a black smog, their second thoughts they catcall, loud and crowded backlog, I believe it's sabotage. My ruckus thoughts are products of constant chatter. Anheuser-Busch tells us to fill our bladder, while Master Prozac tells us we've never been sadder, all while Google studies our thought patterns. are buying behaviors, and they are buying behaviors, and I'm an enabler because I let the cold glow engulf my whole soul, bow to my Savior. The mass hypnosis in massive doses, they have our focus, so we're the last to notice these thoughts are locusts. That's why I chose to cut my cables from all the grim fables, the terrible parables, the Seroquel variables, and merry old stereo. More efficient than a billy club for keeping us submissive. I'm guilty of giving these thoughts permission to fill me up with filthy bugs until I lost ambition. But maybe that's just the cost of living. I don't agree with agnosticism, but I agree that we've lost the wisdom that in these thought onslaughts, God is missing. He's outside in the cold without a pot to piss in. How can we be heroes if we never stop and listen to our own minds? And when the sounds cease, that's when I find that peace surrounds me. It has the whole time since this life found me. See, the passing moments heal my head wounds faster when I'm patient, leaving badges of honor from these lacerations. And these faded scars will serve as affirmation that I survived the last contagion. Our ruckus thoughts.
Come on, y'all, do better than that. The people know. We brought it full circle. No, I'm a therapist, but I have a position on psychotropic drugs. This sister was stage 4.
Stage 4, genetically connected, BRCA1.
I don't know if you heard all that, but it's genetic. And she was at stage 4, and then you went to stage 3.
I'm now locally, what they call locally advanced.
Okay.
So I'm at stage 3.
Okay. So I don't know a whole lot, but I know that when you go down, that's a good thing.